Yesterday, Sorare dropped a huge announcement, a huge update that changes Sorare forever, and I think it is very, very positive, but I can see that some people are struggling with their gallery value going down because of old season cards. And in today's video, I will go in depth about why that isn't the best thing to do right now, to sell out, especially with old season cards. And in general, very, very excited to make this video because I have also many new strategies that I'm trying to implement in my gallery, which I have made some purchases. I think I will make a video in specific about that. In today's video, it will be more general about for your guys' galleries, not mine in specific, and try to help you out here because I've seen so many panic selling, and like this is one of the most stupid things to do in my opinion, and I will explain you why. But first of all, let's look at the transition competition structure. This is effective from March 24 to August 24. So now until that point, your cards will have the same utility as the new season cards, if you have all season cards of course. And the thing with this is, if we zoom into this, if we can do it, yeah, right here, that is actually perfect, nice. Okay. So here we can see that Premier League, Champions, Challengers and Contenders is both classic and in-season. And there will be also a different like competition tab, I think, for classic season, and that is for the all-season cards. And here we have under 23, Global All-Star, Global Cap 270, Global Cap 240 and Global Cap 220. So that is for every... So you can play a Celtic defender stack with Atletico Madrid attackers, for example. I think this is how it sounds and this is how it looks as well when I read through it. And I think this is to gradually like implement like the deduction from just going from a fancy football game where every league can go into each other, besides the, of course, challengers or champion and Asia competitions in specific, which I think is very good by Sorare. So like, for example, people that have not a full team from, for example, a champion Europe side can also actually play before the full gameplay launch happens. And it goes live with classic and in-season formats and the introduction of Bundesliga and La Liga competitions. So I think here is when like this won't be a thing anymore. Or because like the point now is that Global All-Star will be removed, I think, and Global All-Star will be All-Star, and Global Cap 270 will just be Cap 270, and you can play those divisions inside, for example, champions. So you can have a champion specific All-Star, you will have a champion specific Cap 270, if that makes sense. So if you're going to prepare for that, or I'm sorry, I'm not going through any strategies right now, it's just to explain to you how the things works first. And but now we are going to go into the strategy side of things. In terms of champions, so you will not be able to use a Celtic defensive stack with the Atletico Madrid attacking stack. Like that is just to make you understand that, and therefore I think it's very important to either have like identity your gallery. I like that word very much. Unless you're a whale and if you're playing on somewhat of a budget, I think you should prioritize one scarcity here. Either champion, either challenger and or contenders. Me personally think that champion is the best way to go for me. I know the most of that league there. And also another thing to just add up to that, like for example, here are for example leagues that runs like in the same dates. For example, MLS, and the Danish leagues, I think they cooperate. But the problem here being that, for example, if you have a MLS defensive stack and a J-League defensive attacking stack, I mean, it will be so hard for you. And that is what I mean by, if you, for example, play Cap 240 Super Rare and don't have a high budget, this could be actually be very hard for you. So that is why, if I were you, I would try to move away to one scarcity in specific. And especially if you're now new to Cap 240 Super Rare, be very aware of that, because as I have interpreted it, it doesn't look like it will actually be the Sorare you have known it for in terms of All-Star, Cap to 40, Cap to 70, Cap to 20, where you can build lineups from every single league in the world all together. And that will change. And how will that affect me? How will that affect you? Of course, you need to be very, very aware of what type of purchases you make. And of course, now in the future, I don't think this will have such an important impact to the transition competition structure, because by the looks of it, they specify it will be global all-star, so that will be global throughout every single league. So don't look too much into that. I think when you're going to transition in terms of strategies now, I think buying Premier League players for the Premier League competition is too late now. Like, if you would have done that, you should have done it like 1 hour after the introduction of this update. And another strategy that I think is too late to implement now is maybe to buy too many champion players in terms of limited cards. Players like Undav have spiked in price, so be aware of that, because I don't think the difference between champions, challengers and contenders will be as big as many thought at first. And also in terms of why you shouldn't sell your gallery for all season cards. You know, this season cards as well, the 23 to 24 cards, those won't have that much utility either. So the most stupid thing to do right now is to sell your all season cards to buy this season cards. Like, this update is in specific for the next season. The transition competition structure will just be for a couple of months. So like, of course it will be a big change, but in terms of the top 5 leagues, or like Premier League, La Liga and etc., there aren't too many game weeks left. Like, it's 10 game weeks or something, and I don't think you should be in a hurry to get those players, because I would, if I were you, I would rather prepare for the next season and don't panic sell just to buy this season cards for the last couple of game weeks at the end of the season. And keep in mind, I would recommend you to purchase players, but panic selling and panic buying never goes good together unless there is a real opportunity there, or if it's actually the right thing to do, and in my opinion it isn't, to be honest. Yeah, so this is just to, like, I think get you into the new competition structure that will happen in August when the new season kicks off. And I think this in specific is very, very important for MLS, J-League, K-League, and the new season that runs through the summer. I think this transition will be way, way more important than, for example, Premier League, La Liga and etc. That is just my opinion, because like, you have way more utility there, and then the transition, to understand this transition competition structure, like, and nailing it is way more important in terms of having like 3 challenger players and 3 contender players. That could ruin your chance of doing well. And I think the thing I don't understand with this is global cap to 20. Will it be specific tournaments inside champions with under 23, global all-star, global cap to 70, global cap to 40 and global cap to 20? That is something I don't understand, but either way we know that the champions prize pools will be better. And I don't know if there will be, for example, one specific tournaments like these 5 tournaments right here on the screen that I'm marking now. Will those be 5 specific inside champions? And now I'm talking specific about the March to August update, or transition competition structure, and 5 inside challengers and 5 inside contenders. And then or that for that couple of time from March 24th to August 24th, it will be specific global tournaments inside here for every league to play with each other. And then when the August, like, final launch updates, then there will be just all-star, but it will be all-star inside champion, inside challenger, inside contender. That is something I don't know, to be 100% honest, but I don't know why it would say global all-star if it isn't global, if that makes sense. Please, Yeah, but ensuring that period honors and encyclopedia gives you any time. Yeah, yeah, from March 24, there's here's our competition. Yeah, so that's how I actually trying to understand it. Introduction in classic season formats with new competition tiers, champion, challenger, global, capped competition remain open, exclusive, global, and capped competitions remain. So I filmed this the day after, and this update is so big in terms of everything, so this video will be a little bit messy, but I think I understand it right. They will still have the global cap modes as it is now, just so it will be easier for existing managers to actually transition. Yeah, we have put a great care into ensuring that this period honors our existing community, and yeah, I think that makes sense to some degree. But I think it is explained the best, to be honest, and global and capped competitions remain open exclusively to existing managers. Yeah, so they will of course introduce the in-season and classic season. And now we get to the strategy point of view. If you're going to buy season cards now, buy of course the new season cards, because there will be a transition competition structure period from March to August where that will still be very, very important. You have almost 10 game weeks. But my point being is that, just try to understand it now, because this is so important for, strategies in general. It's another thing if you bought new season cards for some days ago before the update. But now if you sell all season cards to buy new season cards, that is probably the worst thing you could do. Because especially in the top 5 leagues, if it is MLS, don't even listen to me, because that is something completely different, and that is also what I thought about in terms of strategies some minutes ago, I mean. And that is because when you sell, you will sell for a lower price. And let's say you sell Hermoso, for example, for 50 euros, and then you buy his rare card for 90 euros, like the new season one. Then you have lost 40 euros, and then you only have a little under 10 game weeks from the transition period, from March 24 to August 24, to make that money back. And then when the new season, 24 to 25 season kicks off, you will probably lose this more or the same amount of money, and you have needed to win 40 to 50 euros just for Hermoso in a game week 10, in only 10 game weeks, I mean. And if you add that up, it doesn't look too great, and also because the new season cards now will be inflated and way more worth, in my opinion. So I would be ice cold if I were you. Not sell any old season cards, because they are now probably at all-time low soon. I would just have every single card in your gallery, and I think just the classic season price pool doesn't look too bad. If we scroll down, I think, limited classic champion. And this is also where the division system comes into play, where I think just incredible, and I promise you it will be so much fun. And when 25% wins elite boxes, which looks very good, I think this will just be incredible, and therefore I don't think you should rush it now. I haven't sold any of my players now, and you can go and check it. I believe in the Sorare platform. I could panic sell every Leicester player because I know that they won't be as good next season, or for the transition update. But I believe in I believe that the classic competition won't be that bad as many thought. Of course, the new season prize pool will be better, new in-season cards I mean, but by playing classic you will be able to win those season cards, which will be worth more as well. So I think altogether it adds up perfectly, and this video wasn't too much to talk about the update because I see so many, but the reason for me doing it either way is because I see so many not completely understanding the transition they need to make, and I think they take this that the old season cards are useless. No, I can just say it. No, they are not useless. They are the opposite of useless, and I personally think this update is fantastic. And now in terms of strategy, what I would do now, it's very hard to say. I have bought a lot of new champion players, but I did mostly that before the update. When the update came out, star players should be star players. I just thought, yeah, okay, so either one, they change the star prize pool so that the star prize pool gets better. That would be very disappointing, and I don't know why they would specify it star players will be star players, because they don't say anything about the rewards. But so that's why I bought a lot of Champion Europe players. One for the Road to Glory that I'm currently having. I think the first video there will be out on Sunday, because there is so much happening on Sorare right now, so I won't have time before that to make a specific video about that, unfortunately. And like in this video that coming up, it will be so much content, like twice or three videos each day or something, because it's so much to talk about. And also I think yeah, so also here is another example of don't sell all your classic season because the in-season competition rewards now available. We are delighted to immediately commit to running the in-season Premier League competition format. So this is the Premier League format, but this will also be introduced in March, just to keep that in mind. I think it will be very interesting to see how this will work out. What I would say in terms of strategies, Cap to 40, like to end it off with Cap to 40, Cap to 40 won't be that good anymore. We scroll down, Cap to 40 won't be your priority lineup anymore, and if it's going to be your priority lineup, you should target that 390 point mark in limited, 390 point mark in rare, 460 point mark in super, and 525 point mark in unique. And here is why I'm so extremely glad or happy that I didn't move to the Cap 240 super rare. I'm so happy for it, because like I'm just in general so happy, just because like it will be so hard for me to consistently hit that $320 mark now. And of course the 60 mark is still pretty good, I'm not going to lie, but like it's getting harder. And if I'm going to move to super rare, I need to have a strong team, which of course costs more money, and if I add all that up, I don't have a strong rare gallery yet, so I would still try to slightly move to super rare, but now it should take longer time for me to be more patient about it, because at the moment I enjoy rare very much, and I think that will be where I will prioritize the most, I mean. And yeah, I think I have made some gallery changes, some new strategies. I think I will make a video about that specifically tomorrow. And also, of course, I will open my Cap 220 long format rewards. And also I made a video before, like I uploaded it right before this video today, double upload today as well. We love to see it. And that was some of the trades I did with Paddle Trader for my AFCON players. But as of time recording, I have spent like, when you watched that video, you saw I had over 1,000 euros in my account. Keep in mind, I have deposited more and bought more players on top of that, and many of those are in rare. So I think that will also be a very interesting video to make tomorrow, where I will go through my strategy. This video was generally about strategies, and of course it depends on your gallery, but I think in terms of looking at this, I think still there will be, because this doesn't make sense, because Quinny added the fun with Sorare is that we have global, that we have tournaments like we used to do, in terms of that you can play a Celtic stack with Atletico Madrid stack. But here we can see that Global All-Star is still here for a very long time. I don't think that will be removed or anything, but if it gets removed, I understand this point. But if this will be a specific tournament for a classic season, he will still get very much utility out of his Celtic cards. So I think if I watch this right or see this right, I think that is what it means, that especially for this period of time, there will be own competitions for under 23 Global All-Star, Global Cap 270, Global Cap 240 and Global Cap 220, and that will later be added into the champion contenders in specific, or it may be champions specific tournaments, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. And it could be, okay, so I have a theory, or I think I know, I think I have forgot something, because now they have added multi-entry, so that may be the case, that the champion tournaments will just be champion. but you'll have 3 different teams to enter, and it will be a division system inside Champion, inside Challenger, and also inside Contender. I may be completely, like this may be something that I haven't thought through enough, because I think that makes way more sense and that is more sustainable for the future of the game. So that could be the case, but like for me, I think it doesn't say exactly how it's going to work, but yeah. So yeah, it will be very interesting. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are about this. What will your strategy be in the upcoming season? And I will see you next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.